Hi, everyone, and welcome to day one of the Prolon Fast Mimicking Diet. So we talked last week and gave you some information, and today would be your first day, and we're going to go through the schedule, go through the box, and we're going to talk about what to expect. So day one, this is going to be your most calories, okay? 1,100 calories today, which is going to be significantly decreased throughout the week. Day one, you're going to have a schedule just like this. If you do not have this in your box, please reach out to us. We can get you a copy. We can get you a schedule, whichever you may need. Let's go over the schedule as far as what to expect. We're going to say this multiple times throughout the week. Live in the box, okay? We talked about different tips and tricks. We talked about everyone's experience is unique. Today, we're going to be transitioning into the fasting state. We talked about metabolic flexibility. That's something that you're going to have. People are going to be in and out of ketosis. Not everyone stays in ketosis, but the fasting state and transitioning would be today. Day one, you're going to have your schedule. You're going to check your box, pull out your box, make sure you have everything. The first thing is your breakfast. It's going to be your L-nut bar, an herbal tea, and the alga oils. Please make sure you're not taking additional supplements during this 5-day period. We would never tell you to stop any prescription medications, but due to the fact that you are getting supplements throughout the product this week, you do not take any additional supplements. If you have any questions specifically on supplements or prescriptions, call us at the office and Whitney or I can help you with that. So for breakfast, those are the only 3 things that you're going to have. It's the fast mimicking bar, the alga oil, and the tea. Then we're going to move on to lunch. Again, this is the most food you will be getting throughout the week. I know it seems like a lot the first day, but you do want to finish everything in the box. We don't want to mix the boxes, so you're not going to save it for another day. You cannot do that. So for the lunch, this is a hot topic, whether you hate them or love them. Olives, I'll get into that in a minute on ways we can get around it if you do not like them. These are the crackers that are listed. For lunch, a nice easy suggestion and a tip, half the crackers now, half the crackers at dinner. They're actually really good crackers. Most of us like them. Wish we could order them outside of the Prolon program, but that's not an option. But that is a nice tip to save half of these, have them as a snack in the afternoon, have them with your soup in the evening. Some people put them in their soup as like having a little crunch. The 2 supplement packets, that is going to be your NR1. You take 2 packets and it's listed here on your card. The last thing for your lunch, which is going to be most of the week, is your soups. That being said, I've said not to move things around between boxes. If you have minestrone soup and tomato soup in your box day one, you can have either one for breakfast or for dinner. You can move them however you'd like. There's no rhyme or reason about the day. You can have olives for breakfast. You can have olives for dinner. As long as you're eating everything in day one, throughout day one, you're perfectly fine. For people who don't like olives, they've given a new option. You can blend them and cut them up very small, put them in your soup to get through them. If you absolutely positively cannot stand olives and just don't want to deal with it, you may substitute the olives for a teaspoon of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. That being said, if you choose to do that, these are gone. They're not an option to have both. That's just not an option for this program. Okay, let's talk about the fasting. Glycogen. Dr. Sutter talked about this in the informational session. Our body stores glycogen. That's why we asked yesterday, you kind of eat a lighter fare, so that your body starts to use up that glycogen storage. Today, your body is going to significantly reduce the glycogen use and use the storage because we're taking so much less calories and less carbohydrates. We talked about ketosis. Everyone will be in and out of ketosis at different times, different parts of the program. Not everyone stays in ketosis, and that's perfectly fine. Hydration, water, 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 water. For those of you that need the seltzers, that's fine, as long as it is absolutely plain natural seltzer, no sweeteners, no flavoring. If you just prefer to do that, Decaffeinated herbal teas, you are only using the ones within the program. That being said, every day you get teas. If you only use one tea on day one and don't use both, you can use the teas throughout the week. These teas are kind of free game. You may use them throughout the week as much as you would like. That being said, water, you still need to do the hydration. You'll notice that on the back of your card, there's an L drink. We'll talk about that tomorrow. That's day 2. You do not use the L drink on day 1. Decaffeinated teas, only the ones in the kit. And then no sweeteners, no milks. All the contents anytime throughout the day. Like I said, if you want to have soup for breakfast, have soup for breakfast. If you want to have your L bar at night, that's fine. And you can have the chocolate bar with your lunch. That is fine, as long as you are distributing it evenly throughout the day and not eating everything all at once. In addition, please always take the supplement packets, whether it be the alga oil or the NR2, with food, whether it be an L bar, whether it be crackers. Please always take it with food. Okay, dried spices. For people who are making the soups and feel that they need something, they're not comfortable with eating it like it is, they're not bad. We've all had them. They're pretty good soups. You may use dried herbs. You may not use fresh herbs. We talked about the nutrient sensing pathways in the informational session. Some of the fresh herbs will activate nutrient sensing pathways, so it is dried herbs only. 1 teaspoon, and it's per day. You may not, if you want to do a half a teaspoon in your soup at lunch and a half in the evening, that's fine, but it is only 1 teaspoon per day. In addition, only 1 teaspoon of sea salt per day. We'll talk about some tips and tricks with the sea salt and the spices in a few slides. Microwave, the L bar. This is what they mean by the L bar. This is a nut-based bar. I believe the flavors are just like a honey almond situation. They ask, you can sprinkle it with cinnamon, you can do anything. They're fine by themselves. We all like them for the most part. But if you feel like day 3, day 4, you just need a little extra, go ahead and put some cinnamon, maybe microwave the Choco Crisp and sprinkle a little sea salt. Again, this is a tip on the olives. If you cannot tolerate them, blend them, finely chop them, or replace them with 1 teaspoon extra virgin olive oil. Please do not do both. It is one or the other. You can omit things from the box, but please keep in mind you're at a very large calorie deficit throughout the week, so we do not recommend that you decrease the boxes, especially day 3, day 4, day 5, where your calories are so much less than you're used to taking. In addition, it's going to cause increased hunger. If you say you're not hungry that day, it's not going to help you. You're not going to get any more benefits from the program by omitting out of the box. Okay, excessive hunger. At the very last resort, you're going to hear me say this all week, live in your box. This is your day 1 box. Live in this box. Day 2, live in that box. If you absolutely positively cannot make it and you are starving, here's some options for you. And this is only 1 per day. Only 1. 1 to 2 slices of a small apple. Slices should be no more than 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch thick. 1 single celery stalk, 7 to 8 inches in length. 1 small Persian cucumber. Please keep in mind, this is only 1, and this is only at a last resort. Okay, when in doubt, we're going to talk about this, live in the box. Other fastings, when we do intermittent fasting, when we do this, bone broth, fasting bars, fasting shakes, apple cider vinegar, using any of these within these 5 days will activate nutrient sensing pathways. So we ask that you do not do any of these during these 5 days. As far as day 1, as long as you stay within your box, you should be perfectly fine. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us. My email and Whitney's email is listed here, along with the office phone number. Please keep in mind, don't send any personal health information in an email. Call the office and we'll be happy to answer any questions. And we hope you have a good day 1 and good luck. Please call us with any questions. Bye-bye.